Okay, guys, turn 2. First order of business. Send my guy. Yeah, okay, so Beric Dondarrion's blocked that off. We'll just lay siege to that, it's fine. I'd never be able to reach Blackhaven in one turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'd be just out of range of the thing. But anyway, Yorn will take this in the next turn. If we look at this, just from a glance, this means that he had to build these in the last turn, so that's 2 of his recruitment spaces taken up. I'm not sure if one of these had to be built as well, but either way, at best he's got another 2, maybe 3 units in there. Yeah, he's never going to have enough troops to beat me. And by sending these forces forward, what he's done is made it so that Blackhaven is just going to be that much more undefended when the time comes. The safer route would have been to have kept my 2 horse archers, just to have 2 extra units, just to make it even more of a guarantee of victory, but it's pretty freaking guaranteed. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much a guarantee. It's fine. I'm naturally paranoid when it comes to hot seating. Well, we've done the testing. It'll be fine. He shouldn't be able to do anything in that regard. We are still recruiting the rest of this shit. We will move ours up here. He'll move up to join the Order of Blackhaven and join forces and just sort of rape the Stormlands. These chaps will come up here. Yeah. Well, we won't lay siege this turn. What we'll do is we'll lay siege next turn, and next turn we'll blockade the port at Storm's End, and hopefully his fleet inside. If we can render his fleet just immobile and out of the picture kind of thing, then we control all of the sea, which will then allow us to land our armies without fear of him transporting an army over from Storm's End to attack us. Because, for instance, if we lay siege to Greenstone this turn, he could move ships, say, he could have ships in the bay right here with Stannis, planning to go around and attack and lift it, kind of thing. If I was Baratheon, I'd have Stannis right here in the middle of Shipbreaker Bay, anticipating Martell laying siege to Greenstone or Rainhouse. And in the next turn, if he is there, he's going to have to pull back into his port or pull back elsewhere. Essentially, he's going to have to run from my fleet. So, yeah. We'll leave that a turn, and in the next turn we'll lay siege to Greenhouse, we'll lay siege to Rainhouse, we'll lay siege to Tarth, most likely, as well. And then we'll send troops around, lay siege to Mistwood, Stonehelm, and then Griffin's Roost. Then sail around here and help out. Not forgetting, we have the Targaryen's fleet up here as with forces also. The Stormlands is essentially completely and utterly fucked. We are building more ships. All of my units are being built in our castle, so that will give us extra forces, which is nice. We're going to give this to Dane, because Dane's pretty badass. Actually, well, the other Dane's actually a lot better. He just needs 1 star. So, if we give him... I guess Gerald Dane, the Dark Star, with maximum loyalty, which is nice. I'm gonna move up Edric and Geralt. They'll go to Skyreach, join up with the forces around Yornwood, and eventually the Dark Star I'll make him 5 stars, so he's got Night Fighter, and he'll lead another army. But yeah, that's essentially all for this turn. It's just moving up my fleet. In the next turn, we lay siege to Rainhouse, Greenstone, all that crap. And in the next turn, we hopefully kill Beric Dondarrion. We should kill Beric Dondarrion. I'll go do some testing now because I'm paranoid and slightly concerned about it. But it's one of the things I always do in hot seating. I know it's going to be perfectly fine. I know the chances of it failing are slim to none. But at the same time, I'd like to go test it just to be completely 100% sure, despite the fact that I'd already tested. I'm obsessed and have a problem. Please help me. Anyway, I'll end it with some testing of Baratheon's thing to show you what he can do with the units wise, and we'll go from there. Alright, doing some testing quickly. This is what Blackhaven starts off with. So Beric's got those 2 crossbowmen that we know are inside the fort. He doesn't have 2 of the spear militia, so he's recruited those. And if I was him, best case scenario, best case defenses that we're up against, I'd have recruited an armoured spearman. So he ended the turn on that note, having built as many as he has in there. I moved up Yornwood without those 2. Like I said, if I wanted to be really careful about it, I probably should have kept those two, but they're very expensive upkeep. So yeah, Gorman's going up like that. We go to the next turn. And on Baratheon's turn 2, he has this much troops here. And we all know what he did. He's got the fort here, with Beric inside, with the 2 guys inside, and 2 spearmen inside. So that's what we're currently laying siege to. And inside Blackhaven would be 1, 2, 3, at least that many. And then, again, assuming that he recruited an armoured spearman, we'll have that many. So, this is what our turn looks like right now. We send up our cavalry again. Lay siege to that. And then we're laying siege to Beric Dondarrion, just like we are on the actual turn. Alright, this is what, like, you know, best case scenario, assuming he's built the armoured spearman, he's got this amount of troops, which, sallying out, gives him a 2 to 3 each odds, very much in my favour kind of thing. We'll do some reloads to see if he can actually win this, but in theory, no, he can't. Keeping in mind, spear militia's shit. Crossbowmen are generally shit. His general's a lot shitter than mine as well. What does Blackhaven... No, he doesn't give any command for Blackhaven. Damn, I thought we could use that. These troops aren't bad. But against my lot, he's kind of, you know, not going to win. But yeah, 2 to 3 odds, he's not going to win. We'll do a few reloads tests to see if he can, but we're fairly confident that he can't. Alright, test number 1. Clear defeat. And another test. Final thing. Man, clear defeat again. Yeah, there's no way in hell he's going to be able to win against that. If he does, then something is very, very wrong. But, yeah, the outcome is most likely, like, 98% chance. It's going to be... I give it 98% chance, because I always have, like, 1 or 2% of me just being very paranoid. It keeps me alive, alright? But, yeah, it's always healthy to be paranoid as shit. But, yeah, I'm going to take that fort. Chances are very high of me taking that fort. And all that's going to be left in Blackhaven is those forces there. So, Bedrick Dondarrion is going to die... and Blackhaven is going to be mine. The only way that he could save Blackhaven is if Tyrell has betrayed us and he's letting frickin' Baratheon forces down to Blackhaven, because he can't get past Fortin unless frickin' Tyrell lets him, and Robert Baratheon can't get down to Blackhaven in time unless, you know, Baratheon lets him. And I don't even think Robert could get there in time. I don't know. Like, worst case scenario, Tyrell's betrayed us, in which case we're going to get attacked anyway. And even in that case, I'm still going to beat the shit out of the Stormlands anyway, so, yeah. Worst case scenario, Yornwood retreats a bit, joins up with the other force, I have a full stack again, and then we just sort of turtle down the passes of Dawn and easily defend it. But yeah, that's all for this turn, and in the next turn we should take the enemy fort and then lay siege to Blackhaven, and also lay siege to places like Greenstone, Rainhouse, probably Mistwood as well, actually, and even Fort Hall. If we can pull it off, I'll lay siege to all of them. Because what I do as Stannis is have him in the Blackwater here, so that he could anticipate Martell laying siege to Greenstone, and then move Stannis in to lift the siege. And that is why we're not laying siege to Greenstone or anywhere in this turn, because I want to remove Stannis' fleet from the equation before we lay siege to anything. I'm hoping that he's like got his fleet in the port, in which case we'll blockade the port. His fleet won't be able to move, and I'll have complete and utter control of the Shipbreaker Bay and the Stormlands, which will give me the ability to lay siege to fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 or 6, give or take. Basically, like 80% of the fucking Stormlands will be mine in 3 turns. So yeah, the next turn will be a lot more interesting with a lot more sieges and stuff. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, and the next turn will be whenever the hell the next turn is.